Well, Mark, I just have to start by asking about the testing. Have you gone through your test yet? Have you got your results yet?
We haven't got the results. Everyone was tested this morning. Players, staff, everyone is going to be around the new norm, the red zone Thursday. So yeah, hopefully keep our fingers crossed that we've got a clear test results again. I think that's the fourth one we've done since we've been back in, maybe the fifth one we've done. So far we've been quite lucky and had no positive tests, and hopefully it'll be the same again.
With what's happened with LNER, is there part of you in your mind as a manager that's feeling a bit edgy about that situation and wondering what the results may be?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I think with what's happened at sort of LNER, and it brings it real, doesn't it? It makes it real, and I don't know what the stipulations are, in terms of young players, etc. And can you play a youth team? But the type of money that's involved for clubs at our level is huge, and we can't afford to miss out on that. So I don't know what the outcome's going to be completely. I don't think any of us know yet. But yeah, I hope some way, shape or form they're either able to put a side out to play Spurs, or if not, come to some kind of agreement with either the league and the cup. The people who run the cup, and obviously Spurs themselves.
Did you have to say anything to your players after Saturday, just to make them aware that you're going to be tested? Just be careful what you're doing over the weekend.
No, not necessarily, because it's such a it's a disease that you can't see. You can pick it up from anywhere, can't you? So they're used to the testing. That's a good thing. Obviously they've had it a few times already. I think we're always sort of on them about being mindful of, making sure they do social distance when they're away from the club, making sure that they try and wash their hands, use hand sanitisers as much as they possibly can. We've been like that with them from day one, really, and I'd like to think that when they do leave, they make sure that they do that.
So you're coming up against the world champions, the Premier League champions. How does your preparations differ, or do they differ at all compared to what you did for MK Dons on Saturday?
Slightly. I think with the game being Thursday, that makes it a little bit more difficult, and obviously the turnaround to the Thursday game is a little bit shorter than a Saturday, Tuesday would be, because you're playing evening and then you're playing afternoon instead of vice versa. So that makes it a little bit more different. The setup of the week, trying to make sure that you get enough rest before the game, making sure you look after them after the game. So from that point of view it does. In terms of preparation, what we do, not massively. You're also mindful of the fact that you don't know what side you're going to come up against. So I would imagine most weekends we probably know at least 8, maybe 9 players what the opposition are going to start with. It could be anything tomorrow, Thursday. It'll be one of them where is last year's FA Cup run that they had, is that a bit of an indication of the teams that they may play? I don't know. But having said that, the one thing that doesn't change, and we know doesn't tend to change, is their style and how they set up. So we can prepare for that, and hopefully we do the right preparation.
Yeah, Mark, your scout, went to watch them on Sunday. You read his report yet?
No, I actually watched the game myself, so I don't need to read it. Hopefully we won't have to face what Chelsea faced on Sunday. So, but no, listen, it's going to be a great test for the young players in the team. As you know, we've got a really, really young side, and we just have to make sure that we contain Liverpool at the right time and try and stay in the game as long as we possibly can.
I was going to say, how crucial is that, keeping it tight early on and not giving them that confidence? Because as much as you'll be worried that they could really turn on the style, I guess they'll be worried that they'll be on the back pages of being upset on the Friday morning. Yeah,
no, definitely, and I would imagine they've got the right person in charge to make sure that doesn't happen from their point of view. But from our point of view, you're right. There's always upsets. There's always people who can, pull a result out from nowhere. Players are in good spirits. Obviously, we've got off to a good start. So, there's always that chance. And like I say, Jurgen is that experienced. He strikes me as the type of person at the clubs that he's been at, and I don't know, so I'm guessing, I haven't got the facts in front of me, that doesn't lose too many, games against lower division sides, just in terms of the way he sets his sides up and then their attitude.
Have you met him before? Have you ever?
I have met him a couple of times. Obviously, the year I had a couple of years back with Leicester, we played against them a couple of times. We actually played them 3 times. We played them in the. In fact, did we knock them out of the cup? I think we might have knocked them out of the cup that season. Yeah, I think we probably did. But no, yeah. So I've met him at a couple of LMA events as well. So good guy. Yeah, very nice guy. But a bit more importantly, I think the job he does as a manager is second to none at this moment in time.
Are you expecting some of your friends from your United days to be in touch ahead of Thursday?
Yeah, a couple have been in touch already, to be fair. But again, like I say, I think it's going to be a long shot. But I think there's a belief within the camp that we can give most people a good game at this moment in time. So we're not getting carried away. If we get carried away and we didn't have the concentration that we've had in the previous games, the game could be over within 20 minutes and we could be getting a hiding. So we just got to be mindful of that.
Who you had in touch?
Just a couple of ex-players that I played with at United, and they're just big Reds, just Manchester lads, really. Typical. So yeah, listen, it's one of them where, to be fair, they're in touch all the time anyway. But I think because it was Liverpool, it had an extra spice to it. Yeah.
Injury-wise, everybody comes through okay from the weekend? Yeah,
we've got a couple of issues, but don't want to give too much away to Jurgen. But no, we've got a couple of issues that there might be a bit of a problem come Thursday. So.
Is that going to be a wait and see last minute, or are they?
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be touch and go with definitely one of them, but maybe a couple of them.